In the last episode, our small band of rebels celebrated a hard-won victory within Lyrian's government, but the euphoria was short-lived as a cryptic message from an unknown ally redirected our focus to the fabled Aethereian archive. I still remember the words etched on the parchment. "Meet Elara in the long-abandoned city. Come alone." The message was unsigned, but the sense of urgency was palpable. My companions, Lyra and Kale, exchanged skeptical glances, but I knew we couldn't ignore this lead. The Aethereian archive was said to hold the secrets of our planet's forgotten past, and I was willing to take the risk. As we ventured into the abandoned city, the air grew thick with an eerie silence. The once majestic skyscrapers now stood as hollow monoliths, a testament to Aethereia's downfall. We navigated through the ruins, avoiding roving gangs of scavengers and rival treasure hunters. Our search for Elara led us to a hidden underground bunker, where a hooded figure revealed herself to be the reclusive cartographer. Her eyes gleamed with a mix of curiosity and wariness as she handed us a tattered map. "This will lead you to the archive, but be warned, you're not the only one searching for it. The Archon regime and other rival factions will stop at nothing to claim its secrets." With Elara's map in hand, we set out to brave the treacherous landscapes and hidden strongholds. We encountered Dr. Orion, a brilliant scientist with radical theories on Aethereia's forgotten past. His insights proved invaluable as we stumbled upon ancient artifacts and cryptic relics that held the power to unlock Lyra's biotechnology secrets. But with every step forward, the stakes escalated. We began to realize that our quest was not just about claiming the archive's secrets but also about survival. The journey ahead would test our loyalty, ingenuity, and resolve. As night began to fall, casting long shadows across the ruins, I sensed we were being watched. I signaled to Lyra and Kale to stay close, and we pressed on, into the unknown. The city's silence was oppressive, punctuated only by the distant hum of an unknown energy source. I felt it in my bones we were getting close to something. A sudden burst of light illuminated the darkening horizon, and I shielded my eyes. When I opened them again, a figure emerged from the glare. It was a woman, her face obscured by a hood, her hand extended in a gesture of urgency. "You shouldn't be here," she whispered. I stood my ground, my heart pounding in my chest. "Who are you?" I demanded. The woman's gaze flickered, and for an instant I saw a glimmer of fear. "I'm someone who can help you," she said, her voice barely audible. But as I looked into her eyes, I knew that our journey was far from over. The real challenges lay ahead, and I wondered if we'd ever make it out alive. The woman vanished into the shadows, leaving us with more questions than answers. We stood there, frozen, the only sound the distant hum of the energy source. I knew then that our quest for the Aethereian archive had just become a lot more complicated previously. Alex and his companions received a cryptic message leading them to the fabled Aethereian archive, and they navigated the treacherous landscapes, encountering Dr. Orion and rival treasure hunters, to eventually meet a mysterious woman who vanished into the shadows, leaving them with more questions than answers. The air was heavy with anticipation as we stood frozen, the distant hum of the energy source echoing through the night. Suddenly, Lyra's eyes lit up with an idea. "Guys, I think I know what that energy source is. It's a resonance frequency, a key to unlocking a hidden chamber within the Aethereian archive." Kale's face darkened, which means the Archon regime and those rival treasure hunters will stop at nothing to get there first. I knew that we had to act fast to get to the chamber before our enemies did. Without another word, we charged forward, our footsteps echoing through the desolate landscape. The hum grew louder, guiding us toward a hidden entrance camouflaged by ancient ruins. As we approached, the air seemed to vibrate with anticipation, and I felt an electric thrill coursing through my veins. We burst through the entrance, and a narrow corridor stretched out before us like a serpent coiled through the earth. Our footsteps reverberated through the passage, and I could feel the energy building, drawing us deeper into the heart of the Aethereian archive. Suddenly, the walls began to shimmer, and ancient symbols etched into the stone began to glow. We emerged into a vast chamber, the ceiling lost in darkness. Towering shelves stretched out before us, lined with ancient artifacts and cryptic relics that held the secrets of Aethereia's forgotten past. At the far end of the room, a pedestal stood, upon which rested a glowing orb, the key to unlocking the Aethereian archive's deepest secrets. But we were not alone. A group of rival treasure hunters, led by a ruthless commander, emerged from the shadows, their eyes fixed on the orb. "You're just in time to witness our triumph," the commander sneered. "We'll claim the secrets of the Aethereian archive, and with it, the power to control Aethereia itself." I felt a surge of determination coursing through me. It was time to fight for our future, for the chance to reclaim our planet's forgotten past and forge a brighter tomorrow. As the rival treasure hunters closed in, their hands reaching for the orb, I knew that our battle was far from over. The fate of Aethereia hung in the balance, and I steeled myself for the heart-stopping challenge that lay ahead. With Lyra and Kale by my side, I stood ready to face whatever lay in store, to fight for the future we dared to dream of, and to etch our names in the annals of Aethereian history as heroes who made the impossible a reality previously. Alex and his companions discovered the hidden chamber within the Aethereian archive, only to be confronted by rival treasure hunters who sought to claim the orb's power and control over Aethereia. As the rival treasure hunters closed in, their hands reaching for the orb, I knew that our battle was far from over. The fate of Aethereia hung in the balance, and I steeled myself for the heart-stopping challenge that lay ahead. Without hesitation, Lyra and Kale sprang into action, forming a united front against the rival treasure hunters. I watched in awe as they expertly dispatched the enemy, their movements a testament to their growing bond and trust. But despite their valiant efforts, it soon became clear that the rival treasure hunters were merely a small part of a larger, more sinister force. As we fought to protect the orb, a low rumbling echoed through the chamber, the air trembling with anticipation. The rival treasure hunters, seemingly possessed by an otherworldly force, began to mutate, their bodies contorting and twisting into grotesque forms. Their eyes, once filled with malice, now burned with an eerie, otherworldly intensity. "What in Aethereia's name is happening?" Kale yelled, his sword flashing in the dim light. "It's the archive," Lyra shouted back. "It's reacting to their presence." The chamber began to shudder, the ancient artifacts and relics on the shelves stirring to life. The orb, sensing the disturbance, began to pulse with an intense, blinding light. I felt myself being drawn to it, as if it held the key to unlocking the secrets of the Aethereian archive. With the rival treasure hunters closing in, our only hope lay in reaching the orb before they did. I took a deep breath, summoning every ounce of courage I possessed. It was time to face whatever lay ahead, to fight for the future we dared to dream of. As the rival treasure hunters closed in, I charged forward, my heart pounding in unison with the pounding rhythm of the chamber. Lyra and Kale flanked me, their determination mirrored in their eyes. Together, we launched a final, desperate bid to claim the orb and unlock the secrets of the Aethereian archive. The fate of Aethereia hung in the balance, and I knew that our bond, our loyalty, and our resolve would be put to the ultimate test. With the rival treasure hunters mere inches from the orb, I felt a sudden surge of power course through me. It was as if the Aethereian archive itself was imbuing me with its ancient energy. I reached out, my hand closing around the orb as the chamber erupted into chaos. In the heart of the Aethereian archive, where the secrets of a forgotten past awaited, we stood on the precipice of a new era, our bond, determination, and courage forging a beacon of hope etched in the annals of Aethereian history as heroes who made the impossible a reality previously. Alex and his companions discovered the hidden chamber within the Aethereian archive, only to be confronted by rival treasure hunters who sought to control Aethereia. As they fought to protect the orb, the rival treasure hunters mutated and the chamber began to shudder, the ancient artifacts stirring to life. As the chamber erupted into chaos, I stood frozen, my hand grasping the orb as the air pulsed with an intense, blinding light. The rival treasure hunters, now grotesque mutations, closed in, their eyes burning with an eerie intensity. Lyra and Kale stood firm, their swords flashing in the dim light as they fought to hold back the encroaching darkness. The Aethereian archive, sensing our desperation, poured its ancient energy into me, imbuing me with its power. With a newfound sense of resolve, I raised the orb. Its light enveloped us, shielding us from the chaos. As the light faded, the rival treasure hunters lay defeated, their mutations reversed. The chamber, once again, fell silent, the artifacts ceasing their stirrings. We stood victorious, our bond and determination forging a beacon of hope in the annals of Aethereian history. But as we caught our breath, a new challenge emerged. Dr. Orion, the reclusive scientist, stepped out of the shadows, a look of wonder etched on his face. "You've done the impossible, Alex. You've unlocked the Aethereian archive, but the secrets you've uncovered are only the beginning." He led us through the winding tunnels of the ancient city, the air thick with the scent of forgotten knowledge. The Aethereian archive holds more than just biotechnology secrets. It holds the key to unlocking the true potential of this planet. The archive is more than just a repository of ancient knowledge, it's a gateway. As we emerged into the bright sunlight, the landscape shifted, the city's crumbling spires giving way to a sprawling metropolis. The once abandoned streets now bustled with life, the air pulsing with the hum of machinery. We stood at the threshold of a new era, one where the secrets of the Aethereian archive would unlock the true potential of Aethereia, and with our bond and determination forged in the fire of adversity, we would be the beacons of hope that etched a brighter future for generations to come. But as we began to explore this new world, a faint whisper echoed in the wind, a warning that the true challenge was yet to come. The rival treasure hunters may have been defeated, but the sinister force that drove them still lurked in the shadows, waiting to strike. The fate of Aethereia hung in the balance, and our legend would grow as we faced the ultimate test of courage, loyalty, and resolve. With Dr. Orion's guidance, we delved deeper into the Aethereian archive, uncovering ancient artifacts and cryptic relics that held the power to unlock Lyra's biotechnology secrets. We traversed treacherous landscapes, avoiding ruthless treasure hunters who would stop at nothing to claim the archive's secrets. As we journeyed through the ruins of ancient civilizations, our bond grew stronger, our determination forged in adversity. But with each new discovery, the stakes escalated. The whispers in the wind grew louder, warning of a looming danger that lurked in the shadows. We knew that our quest was far from over, and that the heart-stopping challenges that lay ahead would test the limits of our loyalty and ingenuity previously. Alex and his companions had defeated the rival treasure hunters and unlocked the Aethereian archive, only to discover that the true challenge was yet to come. As we ventured deeper into the heart of the archive, the air grew thick with an ominous energy. Dr. Orion's words echoed in my mind. The true challenge is yet to come. I felt a shiver run down my spine as Lyra and Kale flanked me, their eyes scanning the horizon. Suddenly, the ground beneath us gave way, and we plummeted into a hidden abyss. We landed hard on a cold, metallic surface, the sound of our landing echoing through the cavernous space. As we regained our footing, the darkness was pierced by an eerie, pulsing light. The walls of the abyss began to shudder, and a massive, ancient structure emerged from the shadows. The air was heavy with the scent of forgotten knowledge, and I could feel the weight of the Aethereian archive bearing down upon us. "What is this place?" Lyra whispered, her voice laced with awe. "It's the heart of Aethereia," Dr. Orion's voice echoed from the shadows. "A place where the ancient Aethereians harnessed the planet's energy to shape its destiny." The structure began to take shape, revealing intricate mechanisms and ancient artifacts that seemed to hold the secrets of the planet. I felt an intense connection to the heart, as if it was calling to me. "This is what the rival treasure hunters were after," Kale said, his eyes locked on the heart. We must unlock its secrets, I said, my voice firm with determination. It's the key to unlocking Lyra's biotechnology secrets and securing Aethereia's future. As we began to explore the heart, we knew that we were on the cusp of a new era, one that would be shaped by our actions, and the decisions we made would etch a brighter future for generations to come. But with every step forward, we knew that the sinister force that drove the rival treasure hunters would not hesitate to strike back. The fate of Aethereia hung in the balance, and our legend would grow as we faced the ultimate test of courage, loyalty, and resolve. The whispers in the wind grew louder, warning of a looming danger that lurked in the shadows. We knew that our quest was far from over, and that the heart-stopping challenges that lay ahead would test the limits of our loyalty and ingenuity. As we delved deeper into the heart, I knew that I had to confront my own fears and doubts. The weight of Aethereia's secrets bore down upon me, and I had to find the courage to shoulder the responsibility. Our bond would be tested, and our determination would be pushed to the limits. The stakes had never been higher, and the fate of Aethereia hung precariously in the balance. But with every challenge, I knew that I would emerge stronger, my leadership forged in the fire of adversity. The true challenge was yet to come, and I was ready to face it head-on. Previously, Alex and his companions had defeated rival treasure hunters, unlocked the Aethereian archive, and discovered the heart of Aethereia. An ancient structure holding the secrets of the planet's energy pulsed through it. As they explored the heart, they knew that a sinister force would strike back, and their legend would be tested. By the Ancient Ones, Dr. Orion whispered, his eyes fixed on the heart's central mechanism. This is it. This is the key to unlocking Lyra's biotechnology secrets. Suddenly, the heart's pulsing light intensified and the air was charged with an electric energy. The walls of the abyss began to shudder, and a blinding flash illuminated the heart. "What's happening?" Lyra asked, her voice trembling. "The heart is reacting to our presence," Dr. Orion replied, his voice laced with excitement. "It's trying to communicate with us." As the flash faded, a holographic projection materialized before us. An ancient Aethereian with piercing blue eyes and an ethereal aura gazed at us. "Greetings, Alex," the hologram said, its voice echoing in our minds. "I am Erebus, the last of the ancient Aethereians. You have unlocked the heart of Aethereia, but you have also awakened a terrible evil." Erebus' words sent a chill down my spine. "What evil?" I asked, my voice firm. "The shadow entity," Erebus replied. "A malevolent force that was imprisoned by my people. It seeks to claim Aethereia's power and reshape the planet in its image." Erebus' hologram began to fade, but his words hung in the air like a dark omen. We knew that our quest was far from over and the stakes had never been higher. "We must find a way to stop the shadow entity," I said, my determination burning brighter. Dr. Orion's eyes locked onto mine. "I think I know where to find the answers. An ancient Aethereian stronghold hidden deep within the heart. But be warned, the stronghold is guarded by powerful entities, and the journey will be treacherous." I felt a surge of adrenaline. This was what we had been preparing for. This was what would test our bonds, our ingenuity, and our resolve. "Then let's get moving," Kale said, his voice steady. "We have a shadow entity to stop." As we ventured deeper into the heart, we knew that our legend would grow, and our names would be etched in Aethereian history as heroes who dared to challenge the unknown. But with every step forward, I knew that I had to lead with courage, wisdom, and heart. The fate of Aethereia hung in the balance, and I was ready to face the ultimate test of leadership. Previously, Alex and his companions unlocked the Aethereian archive, discovered the heart of Aethereia, and unwittingly awakened the shadow entity, a malevolent force that seeks to claim Aethereian's power and reshape the planet in its image. As we ventured deeper into the heart, the walls seemed to close in around us, and the air grew thick with an eerie energy. "We need to find that ancient Aethereian stronghold," Dr. Orion urged, his voice low and urgent. "It's our only hope to stop the shadow entity. But we're not alone." A figure emerged from the shadows, her eyes flashing with an otherworldly intensity. "Welcome, Alex," she said, her voice like a whispered curse. "I've been waiting for you. My name is Archaea, and I'm here to guide you through the trials ahead." Archaea's tone sent a shiver down my spine. I sensed that she wasn't entirely human, and her motives were far from pure. Yet I knew that we had no choice but to trust her, at least for now. With Archaea leading the way, we navigated the treacherous path to the ancient Aethereian stronghold. The air grew colder, and the silence was oppressive, as if the very spirits of the planet were watching us. We moved in silence, our senses on high alert as we delved deeper into the stronghold. "Stop," Archaea whispered, her eyes fixed on something ahead. "This is it, the entrance to the stronghold." Before us lay a massive stone door adorned with ancient runes that pulsed with a faint blue light. I felt a surge of excitement mixed with trepidation. This was what we had been searching for. This was what would lead us to the secrets of Aethereia's power. But as we reached out to touch the door, a voice boomed from the shadows, echoing through the stronghold. "You shall not pass," it thundered. "You are not worthy of the secrets that lie within." I turned to face the speaker, my heart pounding in my chest. A towering figure emerged from the darkness, its eyes blazing with an electric fury. "I am the guardian of the stronghold," it declared. "And you, Alex, are the first to ever reach this far. You will not leave alive." The guardian charged towards us, its massive fists glowing with energy. We stood frozen, awestruck by the sheer power of the entity before us. But I knew that we had to act or risk being crushed by the guardian's wrath. "Kale, Lyra, get ready," I shouted, my voice echoing off the walls. "We need to take down the guardian and claim the secrets of the stronghold." With a fierce cry, we launched ourselves into battle, our hearts pounding with determination, and our bond forged in the fire of adversity previously. Alex and his companions confronted the guardian of the ancient Aethereian stronghold, a towering entity with electric fury in its eyes. With a fierce cry, they launched into battle, determined to claim the secrets of the stronghold. As the guardian's massive fist hurtled towards us, Kale leapt forward, her agility allowing her to dodge the blow. Lyra swiftly conjured a biotech shield, deflecting the guardian's follow-up attack. With the entity momentarily stunned, I seized the opportunity to strike. With a primal roar, I unleashed a blast of energy that sent the guardian stumbling backward. The stronghold's walls began to shudder, as if the ancient structure itself was awakening from its slumber. Archaea's eyes gleamed with an otherworldly intensity as she whispered, "Now, Alex, now is the time." The guardian, however, refused to yield. With a bellow of rage, it summoned a maelstrom of energy bolts, forcing us to scatter and regroup. As I dodged and weaved, avoiding the deadly barrage, a strange, pulsating glow emanated from the ancient runes on the stone door. The symbols began to shimmer, and the air vibrated with an ancient, forgotten power. Suddenly, the runes are speaking to me, their ancient language echoing in my mind. "You have been chosen, Alex. You have been chosen to wield Aethereia's essence." I felt an electrifying rush of energy course through my veins, and my senses expanded as if I were being remade anew. The stronghold secrets whispered secrets in my ear, and I knew that the path to claim Aethereia's power lay before me. But the guardian would not relent. With a deafening roar, it summoned a colossal energy wave, threatening to crush us beneath its fury. I raised my hands, and the pulsing energy within me responded, a shimmering shield of Aethereian essence protecting us from the guardian's onslaught. The guardian, enraged, unleashed a blast of energy that would have annihilated any ordinary opponent. But I was no longer ordinary. The Aethereian essence coursed through me, and I felt an unyielding determination to claim the stronghold's secrets. With a fierce cry, I launched a counterattack, unleashing a torrent of energy that shook the stronghold's foundations. The guardian stumbled, its electric fury wavering. For a moment I saw a glimmer of uncertainty. "Alex, now," Lyra shouted. As she and Kale leapt forward, their bond and determination forged in adversity. With a triumphant roar, we struck the final blow, shattering the Guardian's defenses and claiming the secrets of the ancient Aethereian stronghold previously. Alex and his companions defeated the Guardian, claiming the secrets of the ancient Aethereian stronghold. As they emerged victorious, Alex was remade anew, wielding Aethereia's essence and determined to claim the planet's power. As we stood victorious, the stronghold's walls began to whisper secrets in my mind. Archaea's eyes gleamed with an otherworldly intensity as if she saw the path ahead, shrouded in mystery. Lyra and Kale approached me, their faces radiant with a mix of awe and concern. "What do you see, Alex?" Lyra asked, her voice tinged with a hint of trepidation. I gazed at my hands, still pulsing with Aethereian energy. "I see the path to unlock Lyra's biotechnology secrets," I replied, my voice filled with conviction. "And I see the key to claiming Aethereia's power." Archaea's eyes sparkled with an unnerving intensity. "Then we have no time to waste," she said, her voice cryptic. "For every moment we delay, the Archon regime draws closer to unlocking Aethereia's secrets for their own sinister purposes." Suddenly, a cryptic message materialized on the stronghold's walls, written in an ancient script I couldn't decipher. Lyra's eyes widened as she recognized the symbols. "This is from Elara, the reclusive cartographer," she whispered. "She's the only one who can lead us to the fabled Aethereian archive." The message read, "Seek me in the heart of the long-abandoned city where ancient secrets slumber. Come prepared, for the path ahead will be fraught with peril." With the message etched in our minds, we knew our next step. We geared up, ready to brave the unknown, and ventured into the long-abandoned city, driven by the promise of the Aethereian archive. As we traversed the ruins, avoiding treacherous landscapes, I sensed the weight of our quest. The stakes were higher than ever, but I was determined to lead my friends toward a brighter future previously. Alex and his companions emerged victorious from the ancient Aethereian stronghold, with Alex now wielding Aethereia's essence and determined to claim the planet's power. A cryptic message from the reclusive cartographer, Elara, led them to venture into the long-abandoned city, seeking the fabled Aethereian archive, a repository of ancient secrets that could reshape the planet's destiny. As we delved deeper into the long-abandoned city, the landscape shifted from crumbling structures to a labyrinthine maze of sandstone alleys and hidden courtyards. We navigated through the winding passages, our footsteps echoing off the walls, until the silence was broken by the distant hum of a lone flute. The melody danced on the wind, beckoning us toward the heart of the city, where Elara's cryptic map promised to reveal the path to the Aethereian archive. Suddenly, the flute's sweet melody ceased and the air was filled with an unsettling quiet. We exchanged wary glances, our senses on high alert. Lyra, ever the tactician, signaled us to fan out, scanning the rooftops and alleyways for any signs of hidden threats. Kale drew his blade, poised to defend us from any unexpected attack. Archaea's eyes gleamed with an otherworldly intensity, as if she sensed the presence of an unseen force. I stepped forward, my Aethereian energy pulsing through my veins, and called out into the silence, "Elara, we've come. Show yourself." The response was immediate. A figure emerged from the shadows, her long, silver hair cascading down her back like a river of moonlight. Her eyes, piercing and ancient, locked onto mine, and I felt the weight of her gaze as if she saw the very fabric of my soul. "I am Elara," she said, her voice like the gentle rustling of leaves. "You've come for the Aethereian archive. Are you prepared to pay the price?" I hesitated, unsure what lay ahead, but my determination to unlock Aethereia's power drove me forward. "We're ready," I said, my voice firm. Elara's gaze lingered on mine, then shifted to Archaea, a knowing glint in her eye. "Very well. The path ahead will be fraught with peril. Follow me, and I will lead you to the heart of the Aethereian archive. But be warned, the secrets within come at a terrible cost. Are you prepared to pay the price?" Our journey had just reached a critical juncture. With Elara's guidance, we were one step closer to unlocking the secrets of the Aethereian archive. But as we ventured deeper into the unknown, the stakes would escalate. And the cost of our quest would be weighed against the fate of Aethereia itself previously. Alex and his companions navigated the treacherous, long-abandoned city, following Elara's cryptic map to the fabled Aethereian archive. They finally found themselves face to face with the reclusive cartographer, who revealed the path ahead would be fraught with peril, and the secrets within came at a terrible cost. As Elara led us, the labyrinthine alleys gave way to a hidden courtyard, where an ancient structure loomed, adorned with mysterious symbols that seemed to pulse with a dormant energy. The air vibrated with anticipation, and I could sense the weight of history bearing down upon us. Elara halted before the entrance, her eyes gleaming with an otherworldly intensity. "The path ahead lies through the Hall of Whispers," she announced, her voice barely above a whisper. "Here, the ancient Aethereians communed with the cosmos, and the whispers of the universe still linger. But beware, for within lies the trial of resonance, where only those attuned to the planet's essence may pass." I felt a shiver run down my spine as Elara's gaze locked onto mine. I knew that this was the moment of truth. I had to prove my connection to Aethereia's power. With a deep breath, I stepped forward and Elara handed me a small, ornate box. "Solve the riddle within, and the Hall of Whispers shall open to you. Fail, and the archive remains forever beyond your reach." With that, Elara vanished, leaving us to ponder the cryptic challenge ahead. I opened the box, and a small, crystalline orb glowed within. The orb began to pulse, and I felt an inexplicable connection to it, as if Aethereia itself was guiding me. With a surge of confidence, I raised the orb, and the Hall of Whispers began to resonate in harmony with its gentle hum. The massive stone doors of the hall slid apart, revealing a dimly lit chamber where intricate stone carvings adorned the walls. The air was thick with an eerie silence, punctuated only by the soft echoes of ancient whispers. Lyra, Kale, and Archia fell in behind me, our footsteps the only sound as we ventured deeper into the heart of the Hall of Whispers. The whispers grew louder, a cacophony of ancient secrets echoing through the chamber. I felt Aethereia's power coursing through my veins, guiding me through the labyrinthine paths as we navigated the secrets of the Hall of Whispers. Suddenly, the whispers ceased, and an unearthly silence fell upon us. Ahead, a pedestal beckoned upon which rested an ancient leather-bound tome. The air seemed to hold its breath as I reached for the tome, my heart pounding in anticipation. The tome's cover creaked as I opened it, and the words within began to shimmer, revealing the first secret of the Aethereian archive. But our triumph was short-lived as a faint rumbling noise began to build in intensity. The ground trembled and the walls of the Hall of Whispers began to shudder. I felt Aethereia's power surging within me, warning me of an imminent threat. "We must leave now," I yelled as the rumbling grew louder. "The archive's secrets are not for us alone. Our rivals are closing in, and we must escape before it's too late." With the tome clutched in my hand, we sprinted through the Hall of Whispers, the ancient whispers growing fainter as we distanced ourselves from the chamber. Elara's enigmatic map led us through winding passages, and we emerged into the bright sunlight, the abandoned city sprawling before us. But our respite was brief, for on the horizon, a dark procession of figures emerged, ruthless rival treasure seekers, driven by an unyielding desire to claim the secrets of the Aethereian archive for themselves previously. Alex and his companions navigated the treacherous, long-abandoned city, following Elara's cryptic map to the fabled Aethereian archive, only to uncover the Hall of Whispers, where they solved the trial of resonance, claiming the first secret of the archive. But their triumph was short-lived as rival treasure seekers closed in, threatening to steal the archive's secrets. As we emerged from the abandoned city, the dark procession of rival treasure seekers drew closer, their numbers seemingly endless as they descended upon us. Lyra, Kale, and Archia formed a tight circle around me, the tome clutched in my hand. "We need to get as far from here as possible," I shouted above the din, my eyes scanning the horizon for any sign of escape. "Those rivals won't stop until they've claimed the archive's secrets. We've got a narrow window," Lyra warned, her eyes fixed on the approaching horde. "We need to find a way to shake them off our tail." I gripped the tome tightly, the words within whispering ancient secrets to me. I knew our only hope lay in the Aethereian archive secrets, and I wasn't about to let them fall into the wrong hands. "Follow me," I yelled, spinning around to face my friends. "I have an idea." With the rivals mere yards from us, I sprinted forward, the tome clutched tightly in my hand. I could feel Aethereia's power coursing through me, guiding me towards a narrow opening in the canyon walls. The opening was tiny, barely large enough for us to squeeze through. "In here," I yelled, dashing towards the gap. "It's our only chance." The rivals were mere feet behind us as we squeezed through the narrow opening. We emerged on the other side, gasping for air as the rivals were forced to regroup and find another route. For a few precious moments, we had the upper hand. We didn't waste it. We sprinted across the barren landscape, the tome clutched tightly in my hand. I could feel Aethereia's power guiding me, urging me towards the final showdown. As we approached the outskirts of a small settlement, I knew we were running out of options. We needed a place to hide, to regroup, and to come up with a plan to keep the archive's secrets out of the wrong hands. "Look," Lyra shouted, pointing towards a small, unassuming structure on the outskirts of the settlement. "That's Dr. Orion's hideout. If anyone can help us, it's him." I didn't hesitate. We sprinted towards the hideout, praying Dr. Orion would be there to help us. We burst through the door, and Dr. Orion's wild-eyed gaze locked onto mine. "Ah, Alex, I've been expecting you," he exclaimed, rushing towards us. "I've been studying the archive's secrets, and I think I can help you unlock its true potential." "Tell me," I urged, my heart pounding in my chest. "What do we need to do?" "Come," Dr. Orion said, beckoning us deeper into his hideout. "I have a plan, but it will require all of our combined strength and ingenuity. Are you ready to take the final step?" I looked around at my friends, at the determination in their eyes. I knew we were ready. We were ready to take that final step, to claim the archive's secrets and to forge a brighter future for Aethereia. The stakes were higher than ever before. We were ready. We were ready to face whatever lay ahead, to overcome any obstacle, and to emerge victorious. With a deep breath, I nodded. "Let's do this," I said, the words barely above a whisper. Dr. Orion's wild eyes gleamed with anticipation as he led us deeper into his hideout. I knew that this was it, our final stand, our last hurrah. I knew that the fate of Aethereia hung in the balance, and I knew that we were the only ones who could tip that balance. With a surge of adrenaline, we set to work, piecing together Dr. Orion's plan. It was a long shot, but it was our only hope. We poured our hearts and souls into it, every ounce of strength, every shred of determination. And then we were ready. We stood at the threshold of the rivals, our plan in place, our hearts pounding in unison. We knew that this was it, the final confrontation. The air was heavy with tension as we faced our foes. The rivals sneered at us, confident in their superior numbers. But I knew better. I knew that we had the power of Aethereia driving us forward. With a deep breath, I stepped forward, the tome clutched tightly in my hand. I raised my voice, and the words echoed across the landscape. "Let's do this," I yelled, the battle cry echoing across the barren landscape. "Let's take back Aethereia's future." The rivals snarled, but I could see the doubt in their eyes. They knew they were in trouble. They knew that we were the underdogs. But they also knew that we had something they didn't, the power of Aethereia on our side. The battle was intense, the rivals pouring every ounce of strength into taking us down. But we held firm, our bond forged in adversity proving unbreakable. We fought with every ounce of strength, our determination driving us forward. And slowly but surely, we began to gain the upper hand. The rivals were beginning to tire, their numbers dwindling as we fought on. I could feel Aethereia's power coursing through me, guiding me towards victory. The final blow came suddenly, unexpectedly. It was Lyra who delivered it, her blade flashing in the sunlight as she struck down the rival leader. The rivals collapsed, defeated as we stood victorious. The landscape was silent, the only sound the heavy breathing of my friends. I looked around, my eyes locking onto theirs. We had done it. We had claimed the archive's secrets, and we had forged a brighter future for Aethereia. Epilogue. As we walked away from the battlefield, Dr. Orion's words echoed in my mind. You've done it, Alex. You've changed the course of Aethereia's history. You've opened the doors to a brighter future. I looked up at the sky, the stars twinkling like diamonds. I knew that our journey was far from over. I knew that there were still challenges to come, still mysteries to uncover. But I knew that we were ready. We were ready to take on whatever Aethereia threw our way, to explore its secrets and to forge a brighter future. The stars twinkled, a promise of wonders to come. I smiled, knowing that our journey was only just beginning.